Hey everyone, this is Mike from TechHawk.com, and I'm actually going to be giving you guys a quick example of what I was talking about in our written review when it concerns the iPhone 4S versus the Galaxy Nexus, and the speed when it comes to the rotation from vertical to horizontal. The iPhone 4S, which has a dual-core A5 processor running at supposedly 800 megahertz, which is an underclocked version of the iPad 2, and the Galaxy Nexus, which is running a 1.2 gigahertz dual core. Overall, when I first booted up the Nexus, I thought it was gorgeous. I thought the transitions were nice. I thought that the overall apps were opening okay. But when I opened an email that had just a plain text email, and then I went to move it sideways to see if I could read it a little bit better, the delay in rotation was severely noticeable. So I want to give you guys an example. Like I said, when I wrote this in the review, I had a feeling that some of you guys were going to be a little skeptical because no one else that I've seen that's actually really brought this up. And so I didn't want all you Android fans out there to think I'm hating on the Nexus, but I want you guys to literally see it in person. So let's go ahead and boot it up here. And we'll open it up. And we'll boot up the iPhone. And here we go. So there's Nexus and iPhone. On the iPhone, we're running off the Google Gmail app, which is basically more or less a glorified web app. So we'll go ahead and boot this up, and Gmail on this one. And this is standard, junk forwarding mail. But as you can see, that's the only text there is. And so let's go ahead and turn it. As you can see, the iPhone is just. And we're still waiting for the switch over here. And there you go. I mean, it's just, there it goes. Really just, even timing out in terms of the light going off, it's just really slow. And I know what some of you are probably thinking, the iPhone has no apps or whatever's running, so let's clear the board here. We'll go in here and as you can see, there is nothing else running. There's no other apps running and multitasking. We can clear off that one if you want. On the iPhone, just to make things even unfair, what we'll do is we'll show you all the apps running on the iPhone. Page after page after page. All these apps are still live. So you can see all those are still running. And the Galaxy Nexus is running nothing. So we're going to reboot it up. We're going to go find that email again. There it is. Back. And we'll give it a go. And once again, the iPhone, tremendously faster. Nexus, it's dreadfully slow. Which is really surprising for a next-gen. This is supposed to be like the next generation of Android devices here, running Ice Cream Sandwich. And like I said, I'm just really not impressed by the speed. The other thing, I don't know if you guys can see it on this or not, but the tremendous difference in white values. The iPhone is much, much whiter compared to the yellowing on the Galaxy Nexus. I'm trying to get them to might not be as clear, but I want you guys to be able to see that. I'm not sure if it shows up as well. But if you go into to a Verizon store and compare the two of them together, you will see there's that yellowish tinge all the way around in this area here, where the iPhone is much whiter. As I mentioned, there's actually a picture in the review. A game like Hanging with Friends, for instance. We picked this up, and this is a good example of showing the color saturation is just a little bit too much. The lava, is just so brilliantly just glowing. But this is an example of an app that's not been scaled up or scaled to fit the high resolution of the Galaxy Nexus. So when you go to play, you can see how these letters are so massive on the screen because they just don't fit, or they just haven't been scaled to it. Another app is Netflix, which we'll boot up here in a second. Now this is beautifully crisp right in here, but when you actually get to the pictures, the demo pictures are really blurry for some reason. when compared to the iPhone 4S, they're actually nice and crisp. So at first I thought maybe this was just a problem with Netflix, that they're all like that. But on the iPhone 4S, not only is this clear, but so are the pictures of the posters for each movie. But this kind of thing, I think, can be fixed in a software update. It's just obviously the developer needs to take care of that aspect. But